Everything around us has changed. The COVID virus has brought a lot of change. It's brought a lot of change in business. It's brought a lot of change in jobs. It's brought a lot of change in communities. It's bringing a lot of change in technology. Technology so people can work from home. Ramp up of technology so people can get what they want delivered to their house. Technology, infrastructure, logistics. Lots of change in the last 10 months. And now we have a vaccine come out. Huge, fast change because our technology is so much better than it was 40 years ago. Think about almost 40 years ago, 38 years ago maybe? No. 1962. Yeah, about 38 years? I don't know. My math isn't good today. President John F. Kennedy was making a speech at Rice University when he said that we set a goal to go to the moon in that decade, in the decade of the 60s. Not because it's easy to do, but because it's hard. Change is hard. And they accomplished that goal by 1969, by the end of the decade. And he said it not because it's easy, but because it's hard. And we will do the things that are hard in order to achieve the goal, which they did. And we continue to do things that are hard in order to achieve the goals that we have in our life. But it involves change. It involves changing who you are. It involves changing processes. It involves changing business. It involves changing friends. It involves changing customers. It involves totally changing ourselves, because we get stuck in a way of life. We get stuck in a routine of life. I want to talk briefly today about 3 stages of intentional change. When life gets to a point where you decide you need to make a change, there are 3 stages that you will go through if you decide it's time to change. Life is all about change. Life doesn't stand still. Everything changes every day. And if you're not changing with it, you will be stuck in a rut. You will be isolated. You will be left behind. So you've got to change. But most of the change in our life goes by unnoticed. If we fail to exercise, and as the days go by, we really don't notice the effects of not exercising. And we get lulled into this sense of, well, everything's okay, I can do it later. And we don't notice the effects. We eat junk food. And we don't notice its effects. It doesn't seem to have an impact on us. We don't really notice maybe we're putting on weight. But over time, maybe you notice you're gaining a little weight and you say, well, maybe I should make a few changes. But all of these things start building. Over time, you might notice that you've had a weight gain. You might notice that you're getting kind of flabby and out of shape. And then eventually, all of these accumulated weaknesses and errors in judgment of not exercising and not eating the right kind of food sneak up on us. We drift from one day to the other. We repeat the same mistakes. I'll exercise tomorrow. We listen to the wrong people who tell us to enjoy life today, or why do you want to go down why do you want to work so hard? Take it easy. And we end up making wrong choices in our life. It's just the way life is. That happens to all of us. And then one day, we wake up. And we realize something needs to change in our life because we don't like where we are, or all of a sudden we start seeing bad things happening in our life and we realize, I need to make a change. Effective change happens when you really go through 3 emotions. I want to talk about those 3 emotions this morning. The first one is disgust. You've had enough of where you're at. You're disgusted with your life. You're disgusted with the way you look. You're disgusted with the way you feel. You're disgusted with the fact that every time you walk down the hall, you're out of breath. Whatever. You've just had enough. You've reached the point of no return where you decide you're disgusted with your life, you're disgusted with where you're at, and something has to change. Once you reach disgust with your present situation, you will make the decision to change. When you say to yourself, enough is enough, I'm tired of my life the way it is, I'm tired of my business the way it is, I'm tired of the same old routine, I'm tired of the rut that I live in. When you're disgusted with where you're at, you will then make the decision to change or not. You may decide it's not worth it, you're just going to live the life the way it gives it to you. But the people who intentionally want to change have to first be disgusted with their life and where they're at. Whether it's in a job, it's your business, it's in your career, it's in relationships. Just be careful with that one. When you say enough is enough, something has to change, then you will make the decision. And the key, once you get to disgust, the key is the decision. Once you make the decision, that's 3/4 of the battle right there. When I teach people about how to set goals and change their life, it's the decision that they make. They get to this disgust place, disgusted with their life today, and they want to do something different. They want something different in their life. And I teach them, once you make the decision is over. You don't have to argue about it anymore. You've decided to make a change. So once you've reached disgust with where you are and you say enough is enough, it's time to do something different, it's time to change, then desire kicks in. You look at other experiences in your life and you desire something new. You desire something different. You talk to people and you learn that there are other things out there for you in your life. You look at what you can achieve and the experiences you can have, and you have a desire to do something new. And the experiences that you have and that you see other people having may shine a light on what you really want in your life. And so desire kicks in and you start saying, how can I have that? I want that in my life. I want this new life. I want that new job. I want to start a business. I want to help people, whatever it is for you. Desire kicks in. First, you're disgusted with where you're at and you say enough is enough, and then desire kicks in for a new life, a new experience, a new business, a new career, whatever it is. And once you go through desire and you identify what this new life is or this new business is that you want, then your determination comes. The emotion of determination will kick in. That's when you say, I will. I will do it. I will pursue it. I will accomplish it. I will get it. I will have it. I will learn it. I will know it. I will be it. At that point, it's do or die. You either do it, you will either do it, or you'll die trying. Because at this point, once you reach this determination, nothing can stop you. You've made the decision. You're disgusted with where you're at. You've made the decision. You've got the desire for something new, and now you're determined to get it and to accomplish it. A person who is determined, who is committed, who is determined to stake everything in their life on the purpose that they are pursuing, will have nothing get in their way. Yeah, things will come up in your way, but nothing can stop a person who is determined to stake everything they have on pursuing the purpose of their life. If you really want to change your life, commit to yourself that you will never give up. Winston Churchill made a great speech. It was really, really short. He said, never, 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 never give up. Talking to the British people during World War II. If you really want to change your life, commit to yourself that you will never give up. You can change your life. You can change your business. You can change your career. You can change the circumstances of your life. You have to commit to it. You have to get to the point where you're sick and tired of where you're at and you're ready to move on. If you're like most of us, if you're like me, you're sick and tired of 2020. Sick and tired of it. Most people didn't accomplish what they wanted to this year. That's fine. 2021 is coming around the corner. Let's start again. I'm going to talk to you next week about starting again. 2021 will be a great year because 2020 is behind us. The vaccine is here. We'll move on from that. 2021 will be a great year. So, commit to changing your life. Commit to what you really, really want and never, never give up. I'm Mark Schinnerer, coming to you from the porch on a Saturday with your Saturday Survival. If you want to survive 2021, it's time to change. It's time to change what you want. It's time to change where you're headed. And it's time to change what you do to succeed in your life. This is your Saturday Survival. Have a great weekend. Christmas is almost here. It's a great time of year. You guys have a great day, and I'll be back and talk to you tomorrow.